now for instant reaction. Warrington Wolves 26, Bradford Bulls 12. It was an interesting game, John, is what I would say. Your thoughts first of all on Bradford. Bradford came and they played.
Yeah, they certainly did. First half, there was a few handling errors from them. I thought Wonga Blake played really well for Bradford. The way they threw the ball round. Warrington defending for probably about 5 minutes on their own line. 3 sets, defending really, really well there. Credit to Bradford.
Absolute credit to Bradford. I mean, Greg in commentary with me, Ollie, was saying that Jamie Gill, when he come on for them big unit down the middle, he caused Warrington a lot of problems, and that created a lot of space for Bradford.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I think we kind of lost momentum in the game at one point, and we struggled to get it back, I think. So I think that's why they got back into the game, basically. So, yeah, was a bit worried just before half-time, mate.
No doubt about it. Bradford played well today. Greg, I mean, some of the tries, let's go through them. Warrington's first, pick of the Warrington ones, probably the Irwin one. 2 lovely steps off his right, did them all ends up. I mean, that lad, he's really growing into a fine rugby league player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a great future ahead of him, hasn't he? I mean, great feet, great step, open the space up nicely. A little word for Josh Ulis's try. Great feet for that as well, the first try. So that was a good try. But you've got to look at the partnership between Hayes and Irwin today. I thought that worked really, really well at times. You know, it could have been better in some aspects of the game, but I think Ewan Irwin's try and that little tip off from King for Ashton to fly under the sticks. You know, great centre play, great wing play. So some good tries all round.
Yeah, I mean, going back to that Matty Ashton try, the flat pass from Leon Hayes to King. What's your thoughts on Leon Hayes? Where's he go from here, Leon Hayes? I mean, is he somebody that's going to get a place in a Warrington team, or do you think no? What's your thoughts?
Well, that's a big question, isn't it? You know, the signing of Brodie Croft, young Irwin coming in as well. Where does he rank in the rankings? Maybe he's going on loan. Maybe he needs to go on loan for a season. You know, maybe with Mark Sneed, we don't know what's happening with him, so maybe he could play in that position. But today, he ran the game for me, really did. Second half, first half, he ran the game. You know, as you say, great try by Irwin there. The only thing I was disappointed at sometimes with Toby, the couple of things with Toby was he didn't look for Matty. You know, he took the ball himself. There was a couple of opportunities where he could have offloaded it. Matty could have run down the wing.
Apologies for this. Yeah. what can we do? Right, I mean, it's all right.
Everybody wants to be in Super League role, folks.
For me, the best try of the game has to be Nicodemus. I mean, you can't afford to fall asleep when Nicodemus. I mean, and I won't mind. He goes to the right, nothing's on. He comes to the left. He goes back to the right. He's crabbing along the line. Warrington have just got to stay completely rigid. They don't. They offer him a bit of space. Dips the shoulder. Off he goes. Does Fulis all ends up. Nicarima is a star player. He's just got to produce more, hasn't he?
Yeah, probably that's why he's still at Bradford, maybe. Bentley missed a tackle, and like you said, he went through, but didn't really see him apart from that. So that's my take on it. And obviously we were linked with his brother, weren't we, before? So is he the worse half out of the two?
I don't know. Let's talk controversy. Let's go a bit of controversy. A lovely clothesline from Jade Knockenbore. We were saying in commentary the only thing that was missing was a pair of trousers and a shirt on it. It was an absolute peach. Got a yellow. Josh got her back off the ground. You were shouting red. I saw it as a yellow. What did you see it as?
Red.
What did you see it as?
Definitely a red. As red as a Wigan Warriors top, that, mate.
Wow. There you go. And then we have James Bentley got himself a yellow card. Your thoughts on that one?
Thoroughly deserved, to be honest. I think he was a bit on the ball today, James.
Did you see what he did?
He was going a bit high. I think it was a chicken wing.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, because I saw on the video his arms up here, so I think it was a chicken wing tackle. But I've got to say, the great defence from Warrington there, you know, to score and keep Bradford out, some defensive effort.
Yeah, James obviously nipped into the kitchen every Sunday and had the wings. You know what I mean? Just saying. He likes a chicken wing does James, it's a shocker. It's a shocker. We've got to have a bit of fun with these things. But yeah, two yellow cards. No real arguments from there. Having seen Bradford today, I think they're good. I mean, obviously we know they're off to Vegas next year. They're good value. They're competing. They get another winter, more recruits in. Hopefully a couple of their star players, Masters, Sutton back. There's a team coming there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a team there already, I think, mate. I think, like you said, if they get a few more players, they maybe get a marquee player before Vegas. I think they could be looking for top 6 maybe next year, maybe.
Wow. Dear me. Dear me. So he says that, the reason Nickaremus still at Bradford is and now he's putting him in the top 6 next year. There you go. Only
his brother.
Only on instant reaction. Only on instant reaction. There you go. I mean, talk about completely and utterly going from one extreme to the other. Okay, fair enough. From a Warrington perspective, Red Jet, second now in Super League. I don't think there's a single Warrington fan here that believes he can go on and win the grand final. I don't think anybody thinks that. But year-on-year improvement, going into this Challenge Cup break, it's a job well done.
Yeah, I think Sam will be pleased. Talk about year on year. Last year was a disaster as far as Warrington fans were concerned, considering we were so close to a grand final and a Wembley win the year before. I think that we keep progressing, cut out the errors, stop letting teams back in when we build up a healthy lead. Find that ruthless edge that teams like Wigan and Saints,
like the Castleford game, that was ruthless. Castleford was ruthless.
Yeah. They went for the throat and they got the great win. A Bradford team from 25 years ago would have absolutely run riot and made a big score against teams that they were building up against in the first half. So I think if they can cut out the errors, if they can avoid more injuries, there's no reason why they can't get close to Old Trafford. Nobody believes in Warrington, or maybe a few do, that we can actually win the grand final. But we can certainly push a few teams close.
Well, it'll be an interesting playoff series. I think we're in for a very interesting playoff series. So, what have you got on next weekend, John?
Down south, I think. Wembley Way. Going to Club Wembley with Super League Raw. That should be an immense time. Looking forward to it. First time going into there. So, yeah, looking forward to the day.
As a neutral, what are you doing next week, Ollie?
I've got a partner's the son's got 21st next week, so doing that, mate. So
you've got a 21st. You're going Wembley. What are you doing, Reg?
I'm watching the Challenge Cup final.
At home?
Yeah.
Greg's staying home. You know what I mean? Me and Jono.
I can't handle the heat.
We're going to be there. We're going to Wembley Way next Saturday. We're going to go and watch as a neutral. Wind up a couple of our Wigan and OKR fans. It's going to be lovely to have no skin in the game and seeing them have torture for 80 minutes, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. The big thing for me is, obviously, I think we talked about it before, was Wigan Warriors putting their kids out in that league game. Could that come back to bite Wigan in the final? We'll have to wait and see.
We're about to find out, but there you go. Job done. Warrington Wolves 26, Bradford Bulls 12. Warrington second in Super League. Bradford finished the week in 11th place. We'll be back with more instant reactions the other side of the grand final. Challenge Cup final. Enjoy the Challenge Cup if you're going. Come and say hello if you are in Club Wembley. We'll be around the statue at Bobby Moore around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday morning. Come and say hello to us all. There's going to be a load of us there. It'll be lovely to have your company. But yeah, good game. We're going to go and have a pint in this wonderful sunshine. Bye for now.
See you soon,
all the
guys.
best. Well done.